Alligator hunting season just got underway in Mobile and Baldwin counties.
We shot him, and I guess he just played dead. We got him in the boat, and he started moving around.
That's how one alligator hunter described his experience in the Delta last year. Now, this year's season started only an hour ago. Only 75 gators were killed during last year's 8-day season. And I say only 75 because if you think of this, 150 tags are actually handed out. Since alligator hunting started in 2006, nearly 600 alligators have been killed in the Delta region. The biggest gator taken was in 2010. That alligator was 13 feet 4 inches long and weighed 742 pounds. Now, Fox 10 News reporter Michael Brannon is live on the causeway right now where those alligators will be brought in. Now, I know it's only been an hour. Any sight of that first gator yet?
No, not yet, Bob. Unfortunately, no alligators right now. But let me tell you what, it is an absolutely gorgeous night to be out here alligator hunting if you're into it. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith would be in his element, I should say, right now. We went out earlier with Conservation Officer Kevin Hill and his partner Bradley Simpson. They took us out here on the Delta to just show us where we could possibly get some sights of some alligators. And notably, we found many in low-lying areas. He was telling us that many of the smaller alligators stay in those areas because it's a breeding area for them. Take a listen. So he was telling us that they stay in the low-lying areas because they are breeding areas, and that's where you will see many of them. And he was telling me that the biggest reason why alligator hunting is done in the nighttime is because when you come out during the day, with the naked eye, just looking across the Delta, you might not be able to get a good glimpse of alligators out in the Delta on the horizon. But when you come out at night and you shine a light in their eyes across the horizon, you can see so many eyes looking back at you. It's unbelievable. This was my first time to come out tonight and take a look firsthand, and let me tell you, it is quite fascinating to see all those eyes out there looking back at you, so solitary in the water in the Delta Marsh. It's kind of exciting. But yes, Bob, like you just said earlier, 150 tags were issued this year, and as long as your boat has one tag, you can bring as many people as you want as long as they all have a hunting license. So as many as your boat can legally hold, you can have them come along with you. You can also have another boat out in the water as well, scouting for you. So if you see one nearby, you can scout your other boat over and say, hey, here's an alligator. We'll have more coming up at a little bit later on in Fox 10 News in the 9:30 half hour, and you'll hear from some folks who are out here for their first time, much like I was tonight. Reporting on the causeway, Michael Brannon, Fox 10 News.
We are almost 2 hours into the first night of alligator hunting season on the Delta. Fox 10 News reporter Michael Brannon is live where the hunters will bring in their catch. Michael, anything yet?
No, Bob, nothing yet. Like you said, we're just a few hours into it, but it is a lovely night to be out here on the water, here on the causeway. Earlier, we took a ride with Conservation Officer Kevin Hill and his partner, Bradley Simpson, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. You're looking at video of it right now. This year, there's no limit on the size of alligator you can catch, and he was telling me that the best way to go about hunting alligators is with a treble hook, no bait. Many of the younger and smaller gators, they stay in low-lying areas, more grassy areas, but if you want the bigger ones, well, you have to look elsewhere.
So we've just been seeing some gators out here. You were just saying that if we came out here later tonight, we'll probably see 50 eyes. Why is that?
This is real shallow water up in here, and the smaller ones tend to seem to feel like they're safe up here in the shallower water because the bigger gators, they're not going to come up here. And the bigger ones tend to stay out in the deeper water toward the middle of the river. So up in here where we're at right now is there's some places it's less than a foot deep. And as you can see when we scan the light around, you'll see, we probably saw 8 so far out here, but the later it gets, they'll start coming. Oh, this is grassy area out here, and they love to hide up in that stuff.
Well, Myron here kind of talked me into it. He said if he got a tag, I can go with him. And I said, well, I'll do better than that. I'll put in for a tag, too. And I wound up getting one, and he didn't. So that's how it went down. Pretty easy. Got on the internet, paid my $22, and A couple weeks later, got a notice that I had one.
As we get him closer, then we will use the hand line and pull him up to the boat and secure him, and that's when he'll meet the 410. And we got Mama calling us every 5 minutes.
My mom hasn't called yet, but I guess she sees me on TV, so she knows I'm safe and alive. It is safe, though, out here on the water, and the conservation officers are out here making sure everybody stays safe for sure. This year, 150 people were drawn on a registration to get a tag. Now, if you do not have a tag, you can, or excuse me, if you have a tag, only one boat has to have a tag. You can bring as many people as your boat will legally hold. All the people on the boat, though, have to have a valid hunter's license. So if you want to come out, then that's how to do it. But we'll have more here tomorrow. Fox 10's Hal Shurik will be here tomorrow, and we'll have much more on this season's of alligator hunting on Fox 10 News at 5 and 9 p.m. Reporting on the Causeway, Michael Brannon, Fox 10 News.